Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Live and learn. There's a place where your dreams you'll never find. Hold on to what if. Cheyenne, Matthew, how we doing out there? How are we doing on this beautiful hump day? How we doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Well, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. How we doing? How is the week? How has the week been for you all so far? This is the I guess this is officially the last live that's in reference to the 21-day fast challenge. So, you know, I know we don't have a lot of people, people done fell off, but hey, I am still going to stay committed to what I committed to do. North Carolina. Hello. Hello, God desires for me. Hope y'all doing well out there on this beautiful day. Vibe set, chill time. Hey, I love to hear it. Rocking and rolling with life. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Now today, how are you all feeling for everyone who's doing the 21-day challenge or who participated in it? How you all feeling? Did you reach your goal? Did you fall off? Are you continuing the process? Is there anything that you learned about yourself in this process? How you all feeling right now? Because I know doing anytime you do a challenge, it can be obviously challenging. Hey, Natasha, how are you doing? Yes, blessed. Blessed, if you know what I mean. Blessed. She got our own blessings. She got our own blessings. All right. I'm not gonna hold you all too long. Obviously we're gonna do the 30 to 45-minute talk, but I want to thank you all for tuning in to the managing stress. We're still talking about stress and how to manage our stress. And obviously we've went through so many different things, so it's only there's only a limited amount of things that we could be stressed about. But I want to start off by saying thank you all for tuning in. I'm extremely grateful for every last one of you all and for giving me your time, giving me your patience, and giving me your participation and just being able to be who you are and allowing me the platform to express the way that I would like to serve you all. So just thank you all for tuning in and rocking out with me. And I do hope the fast has gone well. Celeste, you said you made it 8 days, you switched to your juice fasting. Hey, juice fasting is good. Juice fasting is good. That's some, you know, obviously we do the water fast or dry fasting to get rid of the toxins that's in our bodies from our diet and the things that we've consumed. Like it's good to get rid of that, but I personally I find juice fasting to be a lot more manageable as far as you don't have to go through all that super uncomfortableness and that pain and like, man, you're trying to fight to get to another date. Me personally, I find the juice fasting to be a lot more reasonable, because you're just eating fruit. Oh, well, you're drinking fruit, not eating fruit, but you're just drinking fruit in a sense. So juice fasting it's easier. It's definitely helpful. And obviously, you do get benefits from it. But me personally, I do find that to be a lot more easier, at least more manageable. Like it would go from like juice fasting and then like a raw diet. A raw diet, like if anyone's ever done just like raw, like done a raw diet, that is really good as well. So yeah, for everyone who made it 8 days or 3 days, 4 days, whatever amount of days that you made it, that's something that you need to salute yourself for, because hey man, you reached another plateau. Like you probably never done that before, prior to entering this challenge. So that's something you need to be proud of and something that you need to salute yourself for, because not a lot of people done it. And you said you released 20 pounds. Oh no, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good, Cheyenne. I understand. Good evening, Leslie. Family, peace and love, everyone. And today, the main thing that I wanted to talk about is being happy with the things that we're doing. Because originally, when I first posted in our group about what things make you stress or what causes you stress, a lot of times we talked about the responsibilities that we have at work. We talked about the responsibilities that we have, family life, being a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, or being in a position of, being pushed and pulled in particular directions. We have high achievers, we have people who have responsibilities in churches, and they have different activities where that just cause them stress. And so I wanted to highlight those things, because while those things may cause us stress, we need to be appreciative and be happy for those things that we encounter, because a lot of times, besides just taking things for granted, if you go into work or if you go into a situation and you already know it's going to cause you stress, your mindset is going to be focused on, man, I'm not, doing this is just causing me stress. But if you focus on the happiness that you get from being able to do the things that you do, then your outlook and your perception and your perspective about your encounters in a particular situation, they will start to mold your mind to look at things in a more optimistic way. And having a pessimistic mindset in a lot of things, it's easy to do because stress, it weighs on you. And when you're going through stress, it's oftentimes that we don't tend to think about the things that we're appreciative of and what makes us happy. So yes, while having all these responsibilities as a wife, or a responsibility as a business owner, or going through your day-to-day life, just be happy for it. Even if it's something that is stressful, allow that happiness to overpower a stressful situation. And it's good to reflect on a lot of things that we go through, because when you're able to reflect, then you get to see what changes that you need to make in the process. And also, I'm being realistic when it comes to the things that I say. And I know it's easy for me personally to tell you all to, hey, if you want to feel if you want to be happy, or if you want to get rid of this stress, hey, do this. But 9 times out of 10, we're human and we're often hard headed. So even me saying, hey, you need to do this on your job, or you need to do this, make time in, with church activities and things of that nature, we 9 times out of 10, we probably won't do it because we're stuck in our ways. And that's normal, because we're still, our mindset is stuck in one particular way. And this is why I say that we need to focus on being happy. And I also want to challenge you all to open your mind to things that go against your personal beliefs. Because as we grow and as we go through life, we're caught in this cycle of doing things one particular way. And we need to be open to things that challenge our general beliefs. And that goes for absolutely everything. I'm sure that you all have, doing this 21-day fast challenge, the water fasting challenge, you all have already done things that's against what you already know. Because before this idea of fasting has come to light to you, you were stuck in this one particular routine. But then once the coaches introduced this challenge and they provided information that was beneficial to your health, you were more open because you were able to see results. So that goes with the same things when it comes to your everyday routine. Things will never be instant. It will not be instant. So you have to work your way up until you get into that habit of doing things that's different than what you normally do. You said you feel stressed when I have to call. Hey, you know, it's stressful. Things are there's many things that we do that are just stressful, tiny things. So being able to mitigate any kind of situation to release that stress, I think we need to, open our minds to those different things. And one thing that I want to touch on is comparing. A lot of times we like to compare ourselves to other people. I'm sure on this journey that we've compared ourselves to, someone said they completed 8 days. Someone maybe completed 2 weeks of this fast before they decided to you go to juice fasting. Don't compare yourself to other people when you're completing something that you've tried for the first time. If you've never fasted before, it's challenging. And if you compare yourself to others, you're automatically going to put yourself in a mindset of thinking that you're not good enough because this person is doing it longer than me, they're doing it better than me, and I'm giving up after 1 or 2 days. Don't do not do that. Do not compare yourself to others. You have to realize and also just understand that where you're currently at, it's your journey. Your journey is different than everyone else's journey. Some people have been fasting longer. Some people have been doing this for years, maybe months. Maybe this is your first time embarking on a journey that revolves around not eating and just drinking. Like that is a challenging thing. So we all have different kind of experiences when it comes to things like fasting and not eating for a certain period of time, or just juice fasting and drinking and things of that nature. So don't compare yourself. Now, it's good to compare for inspiration. If you're looking at, if you are comparing your the things that you're doing, it's good to look at it for inspiration and motivation. But when you're comparing, do not look at it as like, man, they're doing better than me. Always look at it as a way to push you in a better direction. And then you'll start to see the results that you're seeking, and you'll be on that path to start feeling better ultimately. And this is called keeping up with the Joneses. That's what they call it, like keeping up with the Joneses. And do not keep up with the Joneses. Just because that person is doing it, hey, it's all good. You are on your own journey. So just keep that in mind. And some things that also help you out with stress, that helps you manage your stress throughout your day, is contradict. You said parents to give information contrary to their expectations. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Celesta. And one thing that also helps you out with your stress throughout the day, I'm not sure if you all do this, but this is something that I do, and this is proven to actually help, is to you can light candles. We have to touch on our sensories, use our senses as ways to help mitigate stress. So if you have scented candles, or candles, good candles that have good scents, that will bring like a calming mood, it will allow you to relax a little bit, to get into your safe place. Like, I even currently, right now, you probably can't see it because it's in the background, but I have an oil diffuser, that has different, what are they called? whatever the oil diffusers, the things that shall be talking about with the oil. Those things are really beneficial. Different oils like eucalyptus, lavender. You can use those bad boys in a diffuser to allow yourself to, get into a calm state and have a clear mind. And you wouldn't think that your senses are as powerful as they are, but man, I'm telling you, once you start to you realize that plants and things that come from nature, they have this soothing effect over us, and it's really calming. So make sure you utilize those oils and those different diffusers and candles, because those things really, really help you get into a better state of mind if you're feeling stressed out. And another thing that that is really good for like de-stressing and getting to a better state of mind overall is showers. Not just any showers, but cold showers. These are really good de-stressors. Oh man, get first thing in the morning, whenever you wake up in the morning and you decide to get in the shower, take a cold shower. And now it may not be the most ideal thing to go into, but the way it react your body reacts to it, what it does is it puts you in a situation where you have to mentally prepare your body for what you're about to endure, for what you're about to encounter. Because even thinking about jumping into a cold shower, it's like it's like, oh, I'm about to jump into this cold shower, I don't want to do it. So do it. Try it. I would say try it one time and see how that makes you feel. You don't have to be in a shower for like 10 minutes because you'll be shivering, but it's hotter outside depending on what part of the world you're in. I know I'm in Texas, so it's hot out here. So jump into a cold shower, man. It's something that it's actually, it's actually really good for the body. It's good for the body, and it challenges your mindset. So that's something you should definitely try. And for those who exercise or who haven't exercised or even thought about it, you could do hot yoga or yoga, because those are things that are really, really good for getting rid of stress and detoxing the body when it comes to different ailments that you may have when it comes to relieving your stress. So you like a nice hot bath with Dr. Teal's Epsom salt. That's what helped me detox. Hey, yes, nice hot bath is good too. A nice hot bath is good. It made me when I think of a hot bath, it makes me want to go to like what's that, Alaska? Oh, well, maybe like a cold area. You see like movies or like series where it'd be like a cold area, but then they have this one location, it's like a hot spring. Like I would love to just go to a hot spring. That would be amazing, straight from the earth. Going to a hot spring and just relaxing in that, I can imagine how that be. That's why like jacuzzis are pretty good, because jacuzzis are very relaxing. Those are very relaxing things. So you could mess around with hot yoga. I've never done hot yoga. It's something that I do want to try, like doing hot yoga and getting into that atmosphere. But I know I get lightheaded. I'm just like, hey man, I got to get up out of here. But I know it's a very relaxing thing, like going through that yoga experience. And one thing that we should do for yoga or in the yoga field is stretching. How often do you all stretch? And this is something that I was talking to my mother about. I was talking to my mom and I was like, Mom, how often do you stretch? But we don't stretch. Like I go to the gym, I work out, and I like to take care of my body and stay in good health and good shape. But we also a lot of times we don't put a lot of effort into stretching the way that we do when it comes to either walking, going for walks, or going for runs. But when you stretch, you're stretching out your body. And this is like, if you think about when you're a child, when you're a kid, when you're an adolescent, before you're able to understand this world, you're super flexible. Children are crazy flexible. And As we age, we lose our flexibility because we don't stay consistent with our physical activities. So you stretch 3 to 4 times a week. Yes, it is. Stretching is so important. So I make it a habit. Like I even bought like these stretchy bands, so I'm able to maneuver my body in different ways. Because you look at these gymnasts and you look at people who are physically working on their body, they're consistently stretching. And we may not be where we want to be when it comes to our weight, but still we have bones, we have our ligaments and things that move properly if we're stretching. So especially as we age, we don't take into consideration how important it is to actually stretch. So make sure you take out some time to stretch your legs, stretch your back, stretch your body, and take it slow. Because if you haven't stretched in a long time, it could be, you can hurt yourself. So take it slow, one step at a time. It's not a race, it's a marathon. It is not a race, it's a marathon. So constantly stretch and get yourself in that routine because it increases your blood flow. And what blood flow does, it creates more activity within your body. And so you're stretching, you're creating blood flow, and then you're able to do the things that you're intended on doing throughout the day. And another thing that I want to talk about is our intentions. And there's power in our intentions. So before you start the day, before you start anything, you need to set an intention. Put an intention out there. And when you set an intention, you you create movement within the universe. And Deepak Chopra, I'm not sure if you all are familiar with Deepak Chopra, but he's like a spiritual leader, and he has this book. It's called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. And he speaks on the power of intentions, and he has these five things that you need to do when it comes to setting intentions. And actually I wrote them down here, so I'll read them verbatim. It's starting in the gap when you're setting your intentions. And when you're setting your intentions, starting in the gap, it usually occurs during meditation. So if anyone hasn't meditated before, get into the habit of starting to meditate. You can start meditating or doing guided meditations like 5 minutes up to 10 minutes. Work your way up in 5 minute increments or whatever you're able to do, because it's very powerful when you calm your mind, because that's a really good weapon or a good tool that you can use when it comes to de-stressing. And the second one is, as I was saying, is release your intentions. Release your intentions out. And once you release your intentions, don't think about it anymore because it's already out there. So once you have the intention, speak it, say it, put it out there, and don't even think about it anymore. And remain centered. Remain centered to be influenced by others. Okay, remain centered and refuse to be influenced by others' behaviors, actions, doubts, and their criticisms. Because a lot of times, if we aren't centered and we allow other people to affect our state of mind and our peace of mind, then we will easily get off of the path that we were meant to be on. So don't allow other people's negative influence and their negative thoughts to influence the things that you do, because you'll be off kilt. And refrain from the outcome. Oh yes, this is very powerful. This actually talks to the 21-day challenge. And this is talking about detaching from the result or the outcome and welcome uncertainty. A lot of times we think about when we're aiming to do something that, hey, maybe we'll fail or that we won't succeed, and we stay centered on the result of something instead of just remaining present in the moment. Once you remain present in the moment, everything else, it doesn't matter. You're not focusing on what could be or what you should have done. You're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about the future. You're focusing on the moment. So detaching from a result or the outcome and just focusing on getting it done, like, what good is it doing for you right now to worry about what's going to happen in the future? It's not doing anything. It's going to cause you unnecessary stress, unnecessary panic, and it'll cause you to think about things that aren't going to be productive to what you're currently doing. So stay in the present, stay in the moment, and detach from the result and the outcome. And one of the fifth power of intention is to trust in letting the universe build and create and handle the details. Because once you put something out there, it's going to come back to you. It's just the law of the universe. There's this thing that's called the law of attraction. And I believe that it's believing in karma. And karma, it's real. I mean, it's real. It's just the way the world works. You put something out there, it's going to come back to you. Good, bad, good intentions. You put good intentions out there, it's going to come back to you. You put negative things out there, it's going to come back to you. So it's all about what you're putting out there. And so don't worry about when it's going to happen. Don't be like, man, I want it to happen now. Or don't be like, man, it ain't happened yet. It's going to happen. Don't even don't even think about it. Just you put that intention out there and trust that it's going to happen. And there's so many things that from personal experience, even when it comes to being a health coach, like there's so many times on this journey to get to this point where I'm at right now. And granted, I'm not exactly where I want to be in life, but I already know I'm going to get there. I already know because I'm doing everything to make it happen. But prior to being in the health field and helping people and being a coach, I set affirmations for myself. I set intentions every day. I wake up and I'd wake up, and before I start my day, I'd say my affirmations and I'll put it out there. Intentions. Before I go to sleep, I would say my affirmations and put it out there. And it became a part of who I am. It became a part of my daily routine. And so make sure you just trust the universe to handle the details of everything that's going to happen, because once you put it out there, it will come back to you. So these are things that I learned from Deepak Chopra. He has his book, Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. So check it out. If you haven't, you'll learn a lot from there. You'll learn a lot from it. It's very impactful and it's very helpful. So you started physical therapy on June 6th and you went from evaluation. The therapist asked the same questions. When was the last time I stretched? He said my body was tight. I need to do a lot of stretching. Yes. Yes, stretching helps get rid of a lot of stiffness in our joints. Yes, yeah, definitely, Leslie. Yeah, so make sure you stretch. Make sure you stretch. That's very powerful. And reflect. One thing that we need to do is reflect. It's sort of like being the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror. Reflect who you want to be in your core. So if you know, you said whenever you try to meditate, you fall asleep. Sometimes I do the same thing. I do the same thing. So that's why you have to do it when you're not sleepy. Do it when you're not sleepy. When you meditate, don't lay down. You can lay down when you meditate, but don't lay down. Either sit yourself up in a chair or, sit Indian style with your legs folded and sit with your back upright. I know it's more comfortable and more easy to just lay down and meditate. I often do that, but if I do it at nighttime, I'll go to sleep. So yeah, try to sit up when you're meditating, especially if you're doing it's easy if you do guided meditations because you're listening to someone guide you through that process. And so you're not just closing your eyes, because typically when we go to sleep, all we're doing is closing our eyes and just waiting for our body to take over. So set the intention to sit there upright and do it when you're not sleeping. You'll be good. But to get to the point of reflecting on who you want to be in your core, while you may not be where you want to be, think about where you want to be, if that makes sense. Like, think about who you want to be and reflect that out there in the world. Even if you aren't physically where you want to be, Reflect that in the world. Like, it's like the power of the word. The power of the word is so powerful. There's energy in the things that we say. You speak it and it will come true. This is why I say, and I always preach, do not speak negative about yourself. Be wary of the self-talk that you have, because there's power in the things that you say. So reflect who you are, who you want to be in your core. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be someone who's living healthy, eating healthy, being around good people? Reflect that in your actions and the things that you do throughout the day. Reflect that, let that become a habit of yours. And once you reflect that, that will start to be who you are. It's sort of like when people are sad and they can't smile or laugh. But it's like it's like that saying, fake it till you make it. You ever heard that? Fake it till you make it? It's so true. And until I got into that habit of doing things that go opposite of what I'm feeling, I was like, yo, this is real. Because even when you're not feeling the best, when you're smiling or you're happy, your brain, your mind, your body doesn't know you're not sad. Your body doesn't know this. It's just reacting to what you're doing. So when you smile, your muscles go up. Hey, even if you're feeling down and you smile, your body will create a chemical reaction that will reflect the expressions that you're given. It's a scientific fact, you know? And so you have to reflect where you want to be, and put yourself in a state of mind, and have your body reflect those actions, and then you'll be obviously in a better state of mind. Now, I have a question for you all. Aside from, I guess, health, when it comes to fasting and losing weight and stress, what else is it out there that you feel that you need to be better at, or that things that you feel that you need to work on? And the reason why I'm asking this is because I want to be able to help you all specifically, not like generally, but specifically. I want to be able to help you all specifically in particular areas in life. And like, we're finishing with this challenge, the 21-day challenge. I've spent 6 weeks talking about stress and the things that we go through when it comes to stress. And I'm pretty sure you all get the point about how to manage stress. And, obviously there's different ways to tackle it, but I want to know specifically, is there anything that you all go through, or anything that you all experience throughout your life that, you feel needs to be addressed? If you can think of any. Because I don't want anyone to suffer in silence, or feel like there isn't anything that I've touched on that we haven't touched on within the group. I want to be able to specifically direct my help to you all, because as I said, I am doing some coaching services, and I do want to be able to specifically help you all. So, intentionally listening to someone and not responding too soon. So, okay, that's intentionally, you know what, let me write that down. Intentionally, I guess, speaking too soon. Because a lot of times we have our experiences and we want to help people. I won't say that's necessarily a bad thing, but it is good to get, you know, full information before responding too soon and not responding. Okay. So yeah, intentionally listening to someone and not responding too soon. Okay. Intentionally listening. All right. And yeah, like I said, once again, I want to be able to help, because as this is the fasting thing is coming to an end. So I won't be able to, I'm not going to be doing the lives as I won't be doing it next week, but I still want to be able to plan events that will handle situations and things that you all go through, you know. So intentionally listening and not speaking too soon. All right. You got anything? Is there anything else aside from that that relates to things that you feel that you need to get better at as an individual? You sit in the chair and you don't know what it is. You always fall asleep. You fall asleep in the chair. You can meditate while driving. You can meditate while driving as well. And when you meditate, it's not necessarily saying that you're, you when you think of meditate, you're probably thinking your eyes are just closed or whatever. You don't necessarily have to have your eyes closed while you're meditating. You can meditate while you're driving. I used to do it all the time before I started working from home. I used to, listen to just vibrations or frequencies. I would listen to frequencies and I would set my intentions and I would say things out loud about how I'm feeling and what I want to do. So you could what you can do is they have these things, it's called like binaural beats or binaural music. You can listen to it on YouTube. This is what I do very often. Like, what's funny? I haven't gone out of my way to listen to like music. Like typically I listen to hip hop, or I'll listen to class. Well, that's often what I've been listening to is classical music or just vibrations. And it's been like that since the beginning of December of last year. Like I've just been focused on my intentions of just listening to vibrations and classical music, so I don't have these other sounds disrupting where I want to be. So you could definitely, you know, listen to binaural beats and listen to frequencies. They have these playlists on YouTube. Just listen to them. They will automatically elevate you or put you in a different state of mind. They're very powerful things. So when you're meditating, you don't necessarily need to stay quiet. You need to quiet your mind so your mind's just not racing and going everywhere. But you need to listen to those beats or listen to those frequencies, because it'll elevate you and get you into a different mindset. Trust me, it is a very powerful thing. And it may be uneasy at first, but as long as you stay consistent in listening to it, it will become it to me, it's like music. It's like a really powerful thing. It's like a very calming thing for me personally. Okay, let me see, Celesta. You say keeping commitments to yourself. You're very good at helping others, and you tend to let yourself off the hook and forget your coping skills. And you don't have the anime. I haven't completed it yet. I will be studying myself this summer vacation, 6 weeks to get my intentions in order. Hey, yes, definitely check out the course if you haven't. My animate your life. I go through a lot of breathing techniques through there. I have different I go deep in detail about a lot of things that we actually discussed and talked about. And I'll put the link in here, so just in case anyone may have missed it or so. But I am working on a coaching course that's going to involve getting a better mindset, and for those, because I do want all of us to change our mindset and get better and be intentional on becoming better and changing the way that we think and the way that we approach different situations. So yeah, man, definitely check it out. And for those who like to read or those who don't read as often, I'm also creating a book club, but it's going to be part of a package that I'm creating. So be out on the lookout for that. So we'll have a book club that's going to be created where we can read and participate, and we're going to focus on things that's going to change our mindset and get us into the routine of doing things that's going to make us better people. You know, so definitely be I should have it up by next week. I'll post it in our group, so we can start getting more active in changing our behaviors and being dead set on becoming better versions of ourselves. And but definitely for those who are going to the retreat, I look forward to seeing you all there. The retreat is in August 20th to the 23rd. I believe that's August the 20th. Let me see. Let me just double check. Yeah, August 20th to the 23rd. So I hope you all are going to the retreat. For those who aren't going, you should go, because we're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, no, Celeste, don't try to make it. Make it. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Don't try. Make it happen. We want to see you there. Hey, Cheyenne, I know you were there at the last one, so I look forward to seeing you there as well. You said, "Do I take health insurance to pay for courses?" No, no. I am not a licensed therapist or anything that's within the medical field. I am just specifically a health and wellness coach. So no, I'm not that. But I mean, I obviously can't say that I'm going to. I can't. You know, that's not my field. But yes, I plan on seeing everyone there at the retreat. So I hope you all sign up if you haven't. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of learning. I plan on engaging. I want you all to be there. So you get to, we're in the mountains. It's in August this time. Last time was in February, so it's a little cold. So it's in August. So hopefully it's a little breezy outside. It'll be a lot of fun, man. So definitely. But I don't want to hold you all longer than intended. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in for these past 6 weeks. And I do have one more video that I'm going to upload to the group that's focusing on the refeed. I'll probably upload that tomorrow. But I do want to say thank you all for tuning in to this, my managing stress. I appreciate the dedication and the focus that you all have given me and given us throughout this process. And yeah, I'll wrap up there. And I just want to say I'm grateful once again. I'm thankful for every last one of you all. Thank you for your participation. Thank you all for being you. Thank you for participating and becoming a better version of yourself and taking care of your health and putting your health, your mental sanity in your hands. You're taking control, and you're obviously, you're heading down a path that's going to enable you to be the best version of yourself. So I look forward to seeing every last one of you all at the retreat, and I will see you all next time. You all take care. Peace and love, and that's it. Bye bye.